Good morning. I am Nissi Babu, presenting my thesis topic, Hussain Sagara Aqua Xenium and Aquarium Complex. The following project is a part of the government proposal of rejuvenation of the Hussain Sagar Lake and its premises. As part of the renovation and rejuvenation of the lake, the Telangana government is planning for recreation development around the Hussain Sagar Lake. My aim of the project is creating a globally recognized aquarium of real and virtual experiences that emphasizes the importance of aquatic life as a part of the restoration and rejuvenation of the Hussain Sagar Lake. In my objectives, I would like to study the relevance of aquarium, different aquatic species, requirements of their habitat, the technical support system of an aquarium complex, then study aquatic complex with a combination of real and virtual reality, and then provide a design for international standard aquarium complex at Sanjeevia Park in Hyderabad. The scope of my project is that in order to manage and support the aquatic life in Hussain Sagar Lake, to serve as an entertainment center of aquatic life for the people, to convey the relevance of conservation of aquatic life, will also help to increase the tourist rate and the revenue generation of the place. Inside the project brief, it includes the entrance with an administrative office, different pavilions with museums, aquariums, freshwater, amphibian, marine, then the dolphinarium and a central pavilion. There would be a fish hospital. Then experiences include tunnel experience, VR experience, boat ride, touch tanks, food courts, and there will be also a research lab included as per the government proposal. The impact of the aquarium inclusion is that it would help to have entertainment and educate people, then decrease the pollution in the lake, increase the tourism, and thus increase the economy. The user group include the tourists and the locals, like visitors, students, researchers, conservationists or biologists, for recreation, education, environmentalists or nature enthusiasts. In my literature data, an aquarium is defined as a permanent institution which owns and maintains wildlife under the direction of a professional staff, provides its animals with appropriate care, exhibit them in aesthetic manner to the public on a regular basis. An aquarium timeline from the first generation on 1853 fish tank with one side glass are represented. Now to the present condition of the fifth generation in 1993, it is walk-through tunnel having 360-degree view with add-ons such as from the third generation onwards, dolphin shows, penguin, polar animal displays, sea lion shows, touch pool, coral reef are also included. Then the largest aquariums in the world features highest volume water tanks providing the best facilities to the species while exhibiting them. They also become the iconic and most visited structures by the tourists. 12 of the largest aquariums are listed below, from the first Kaimlong Ocean Kingdom in China with 12.9 million gallons to the 12th Dubai Aquarium in UAE for 2.64 million gallons of water. Therefore, in order to get international recognition, the most of the following features are to be included in the facility. That it should have a large aquarium tank of capacity of about 2.5 million gallons, including diverse iconic species, then showcasing different experiences, should be having a greater good meaning behind the project, and it should also be an iconic structure. The experiences in an aquarium and space consideration include heritage museum, shops and cafes and restaurants, boat rides, then display tanks, touch pools, then acrylic tanks or tunnels, underwater aquarium with 360-degree view from 180-degree view onwards, then dolphin pools. Area requirements of tanks from standards are also obtained. Then the digital experiences include interactive digital wall projections and 3D IMAX theater. Area requirements of heritage museum, display tanks, restaurants are obtained from the standards. Landscape are also being included. Then general design consideration for the circulation are also to be noted down. Coming to my literature case study, I have selected Blue Planet Aquarium in Denmark as how they have implemented their design. Blue Planet Aquarium is in Denmark, designed by 3XN with 10,000 square meters of area. Each of the 5 arms which forms the spiral house a specific function form. While the first arm accommodates a long arrival ramp and the entrance hall, and the second house an auditorium, an educational facility, and a cafeteria, the remaining 3 contain the permanent exhibition and accommodation respectively, decided and dedicated to seas and oceans, rivers and lakes, and Danish cold waters. The 5 arms curl around a central foyer to form which the public can access the exhibition independently from one another. They have also considered about the temperature and sectioned accordingly in the complex. The whirlpool concept was chosen as ideal not only for its visual association but also because it resolved a practical challenge in the design brief, that it ensures one or more of the whirlpool arms that can be extended for further exhibition space. The diversion to each of the exhibit area from the common area creates a sense of confusion as well as a choice of selection of the exhibit. But the unidirectional circulation helps to experience all the exhibit in a single round itself. Next, I have selected the Ripley's Aquarium to understand how they have managed space in the complex. The Ripley's Aquarium is in Canada, designed by B+H Group, having a 1.25 million gallon of marine and freshwater habitat from across the world. The building features a multi-facet shell clad in the large aluminum panels with roof of the main entrance and gives an illusion of the earth's crust peeling away to reveal a window into the aquatic world. There are also colored surfaces that juxtapose reflecting material, aluminum soffits used. The building was designed with special shielding so that the sharks would not be disturbed by its electrical system. The Ripley's Aquarium of Canada is on the shores of Lake Ontario, one of the largest lakes in the world. For preserving the water, they recycle 95% of the water used throughout the building, and it is treated for the reuse and returned within the exhibits. The aquarium circulation is unidirectional and is easy to navigate, as the path width given at some portions, the turning areas are comparatively less, which cause congestion for the crowd. During special events and government areas may get crowded due to the minimal space. Coming to the live case studies, first I have taken Dubai Aquarium and Underwater Zoo, as it is one of the biggest tanks it has in the main 12 biggest aquariums. Located in Dubai, UAE, it is the part of the downtown complex, and it is a part of the Dubai Mall, which is one of the 10 largest shopping malls in the world. Due to its location in the physical center of the mall's primary axis, the forecourt of the Dubai Underwater Zoo function as the gathering and features one of the most panels in the world. These numerous vivid integrated settings cater to multiple public activities on many levels at all times of the day. The circulation of the visitors is broken into 2 parts, creating confusion on where to go and see the rest of the exhibit, but then it is solved by providing staffs and guards for more security purposes. The scale and volume of the aquarium is massive compared to the human scale, as it houses 33,000 marine animals in a single ecosystem. But the aquarium is well maintained and kept clean always in order for the beautiful experience of the visitor. They also use recycling of water 24 hours, with all the water getting recycled in 80 minutes, giving a better solution for the wastewater management and water consumption. Then coming to the next biggest water tank is the Aquarium Atlantis, the Lost Chambers of Atlantis, which is in the Atlantis that rests upon the Palm Jumeirah. It is a part of the big Hotel Atlantis. The circulation in the aquarium is continuous full trip loop. According to the package, the exit is determined. Information about each of the species is displayed with a bit of fantasy of Atlantis, showcased as sculptures, is displayed in touchscreen provided near to the viewing panels. There is also a fish hospital which is provided at the back of the house in order to treat the fishes and give special attention for the babies and new arrivals and sick fishes. There is a group of staff, aquarists and marine biologists available 24 hours a day. The analysis of it is that large aquarium only have vertical view panels that showcase the whole system in different places. The installation and intervention of aquarium in the whole structure creates an aesthetic sense to the interior and an illusion to the magical world of imagination. Coming to the next case study is the Dubai Dolphinarium, which is the first fully air-conditioned indoor dolphinarium in the Middle East. It is located in the Creekside Park at Bur Dubai near the Children's Park City. The Dubai municipality opened this facility and is sponsored and supported by the Dubai government to provide the general public with entertainment and also educate them regarding dolphins, seals and other marine organisms. It hosts up to 1,250 seating capacity, and also the circulation is unidirectional, and has easy entry and exit for the visitors. The only thing that since it has only one entry and one exit, the crowd gets increased when the show times begins. The segregation of the public-private space don't have clashes in the road, and the service area is just behind the arena to make it simpler for the services to be held. Then, from the comparative analysis of these case studies, I have concluded that having a unidirectional circulation from one exhibit to another in a loop and coming to a common entry-exit area would be better. And also, while planning, the public space and the service area may be sandwiched by the exhibit area. Then other services are to be considered are the HVAC, lighting, filtration and water systems for the visitors and the exhibits. Coming to the area program, the main building area should be of about 10,350 m square, and the administrative area would be 335 m square. Total of 10,685 m square of area is used in the building. Coming to the site analysis, my site is in Sanjeevia Park by the Hussain Sagara Lake in Hyderabad district, Telangana state. The Hussain Sagara Lake is a man-made lake built in 1562, built on one of the tributaries of the Nissi River. It was used for a drinking water facility for the city. It connects the twin cities of Hyderabad and Secunderabad, and there are different types of boating facilities offered here. The biggest attraction is the famous monolithic of Lord Buddha installed at the center of the lake on the structure called Rock of Kilpatar. Then the Sanjeevia Park is a 92-acre large park in Hussain Sagar named after Damodaram Sanjeevia, former Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh. The different spaces in the park are the Butterfly Garden, Rock Garden, Wonder Fun Park, Rose Garden, Maze Garden, Bamboo Garden and the Flag Post. The Telangana is also attracting lakhs of tourists, including foreign tourists, every year due to its variety of tourist attraction of historical monuments, forts, waterfalls and forests, temples, etc. The Hyderabad has a unique combination of a tropical wet and dry climate that borders on a hot semi-arid climate. Hyderabad is the hottest part of the state during summer and coldest in the winter, from 36 degrees Celsius to 20 degrees Celsius variation. And also during the monsoon season, it has a very high humidity that exceeds 75%. The main access to the site is from the access point from Necklace Road to Sanjeevia Park that is directly connected to the site. There is railway station and bus station by the Sanjeevia Park for easy transportation. The site area has slight contours and a rigid topography with an artificial lake on one side. The site consists of a butterfly garden and Sanjeevia Memorial Garden, and near to the site is a big flag post at the tip of the Sanjeevia Park. There are slight man-made contours ranging less than 5 meters as a landscape design in the Sanjeevia Memorial Park with small pool of water around it. The site consists of about 40 large trees, and there are also bushes, 3 to 5 varieties provided as buffer zone in the park, and there are also flowering plants planted in the butterfly garden. The strength of the site is that it is recognized for the development of the tourist as a part of restoration and rejuvenation of the Hussain Sagar Lake. The location of the site is a strength as it is the heart of the city and the traffic is less in the area. The site having the access to the lake water, but the weakness is that the lake is still not completely rejuvenated and may take time to have the lake to its original form. Opportunity is that the site consists of designed garden and a preset access routes and transportation facility. As in the site it is a rocky terrain, the foundation will be easier to construct. The threat is that the water disposal into the lake from the nalas, the seepage water during monsoon season is concerned to the buildings. Coming to the concept sheet, from the analysis of case studies, we have come to the conclusion that a unidirectional circulation is best fit for the design, and according to the timeline, the exhibits are arranged from past, present to future. In midst of each of the zones, there will be transition areas that has connection bridges, recreation areas and landscape elements. According to geography, the exhibits are arranged such that domestic pet species, then comes to the freshwater species, then to the brackish water species, sea species, and then to the ocean species. The whole bubble diagram is as per. The freshwater display is near to the Hussain Sagar Lake, and towards the north side is the entry and exit by the Sanjeevia Memorial, and the freshwater display and the entry exit, the other areas are arranged accordingly. In the middle area there will be the recreational area, and there will also be a recreational area, the south side, having the flag post and Buddha as their viewpoints. Then the fish hospital will be near to the dolphinarium and marine display, as there will be bigger fishes near that. And also the research lab will be placed near the boat deck so that they can access it easily. So coming to the design evolution, from the visitor will be directed from one zone to the another is as follows. Each zone is different from one another with respect to its components, its scale, space and temperature, and it is represented accordingly. With respect to the museum, the scale of the small tanks will be much smaller, just like in a house, and then after that they will be passed through a transition area that make the visitor understand the scale difference or going from one place to another place. Then the freshwater zone will have touch pools and the tank size are again increased. Then after the freshwater zone, they are directed towards the boating in the Hussain Sagar Lake, and again through the transition they are going to the dolphinarium where the tanks will be again larger. Then through these, after these tanks, they will be again directed through a transition area towards the marine exhibit, which will be having again larger tanks. From here on out, the temperature will be getting colder to make or understand the visitor that they are being led to underwater. Then through the transition area, they are again directed towards the deep blue sea where it is the coldest. It will be a dark small room with the illusion of them having to be inside a submarine. Then they are again directed through a transition area towards the awareness halls, that is maybe a theater or a hall with larger size, and again they are directed towards the restaurants or shop, which the scale is again reduced or to the normal size. Site layout. The main entry towards the building is from the north side from the Sanjeevia Park entry. There is also a limited parking facility provided, as the parking area for the park is already provided in the entry of the main park. There are service entries provided by the restaurant area and the fish hospital for easy access. There is also a road connection provided towards the research lab. Then the landscape elements already existing are the Sanjeevia Memorial and the Butterfly Garden, and also the flag post towards the south side of the site. Then coming towards, then there is also a deck space towards the east side. Then coming towards the building, the visitor is directed from the lobby towards the ticket counter, then through the briefing halls. After that, they will be going to the museum common display. Through the transition area, they will be going to the water zone, freshwater zone, and then they go to the boating experience and coming back and goes through this transition area through the brackish water zone or the amphibian display. To there is an open cafe which have the best view of the flag post and the Buddha statue. Then they are directed towards the dolphinarium. Through the dolphinarium, over here or through here, they are directed towards the marine main tank, then to the deep blue sea virtual reality, then towards the awareness halls. After that, they can have a shopping and go to the theater, or else go to the restaurant and have a meal. The center portion is also with small food stalls and seating areas which can be accessed from the transitional areas, and also the dolphinarium can be accessed from this center pavilion. Next sheet is the service sheet. Here the source water is provided from the municipal waters. It is connected throughout the building. Then there will be a STP tank where all the recycling of water and everything will be taking place. Then the rainwater harvesting tank will be underground in the middle of the center pavilion. Then there is also an artificial lake which also acts as a rainwater harvesting area. Then there is the fire and safety tank, which is by the side or the back side of the artificial waterfall. Then there is, when there is an artificial, when there is a lake beside, then that water can also be used for the fire and safety. Then coming towards the structural plan, each of the zones are in dome structures to understand the different zones. The first zone is the office area, and the second zone is the museum, then the freshwater zone, and then the next or the biggest one is the dolphinarium with the ring beam of 74.1 meter, and the next is the main marine tank with a ring beam of 71 meters, and then the theater complex. Coming towards design, when after the visitor enters the main lobby, they can either go to the ticket counter or the theater. and enjoy the show. So there is also the office in the upper floor. There the steps are provided. There is a director cabin, manager cabin, meeting room, pantry and the toilet area. Then the museum comes after the briefing rooms, and after seeing the museum and common display, the visitor is directed towards the transition area. So just by the side of the exhibition area will be service area, so that the staff can access the tanks without going into the display area. Then in the transition area, there are outdoor cafes and other amenities provided. Then coming after the transition area is the freshwater zone. The freshwater zone also has larger tanks, and there is also a touch pool provided. Then these tanks also have their service area behind the wall, so the staff can access the tanks without coming into the exhibition area. Then after exiting this zone, they are directed towards the boating facilities. Then after coming back from the boating, they are going through a transitional area. There is an artificial waterfall creating a mountain effect. Then they are directed towards the brackish water area or the amphibian or reptile display area. There are touch pools in the center and other tanks which needs access by the walls of the service area. Then there is an open cafe with seating space outside also, having the best view of the flag post and Buddha statue. After here, they are directed towards the dolphinarium. The dolphinarium can the visitor can access through here, and also they can access from the center pavilion through this ramp, this stair also. Then after enjoying the show, they can exit from here or through this ramp or through these stairs or ramps. Then if there is no shows going on, the person or the visitor can go through the center path. The center path is a bit lowered, so that there are like exhibition tank and main arena where the dolphins will be. So if there is no show, the dolphins will be in the exhibition tank, and so there is a bridge for the dolphins to go from one area to another, and that is achieved by making this path a bit lower in size, and also making the visitor to have the feeling of going inside to the sea. Then coming on to the main marine tank. The main marine tank is 30 meters in width and 70 meters in length and a height of 6 meters. Is a huge tank. The main marine tank over to the right side has this transitional area where people can be seated and seeing the tank. They can be seated and having their break, or else after their break they can go through the underwater tunnel of the main marine tank and exit towards the deep blue sea or the virtual reality. There is like a small room with that VR experience projection wall. Then from after this experience, the visitor can exit from here towards the awareness halls. So the main marine tank also has their service area adjacent to it. Then this main marine tank's view is also taken by the restaurant, so that the people from the outside also can enter the restaurant, or they can the visitors after exiting the deep blue sea and the awareness hall, they can also enter the restaurant. Then coming to my special topic. It is the reinforced concrete shell. That is a freely curved reinforced concrete shell to construct a roof characterized by concavities and convexities. To create a flowing roof structure with reinforced concrete shell would help to sync with the design and aesthetic qualities of the site and the project. I have taken Forest of Meditation in Japan as an example or as a literature case study. The curved line becomes the landscape in the line with the edge of the cell house of the surrounding mountain, and 4 structural cores and 12 corn columns with built-in rainwater collection pipes are positioned evenly under the roof structure. So first, in order to make the roof, they made the mold, then laying the framework of the column and finished the framework, then pouring the concrete and then finishing it with water resistant coating, and then the final touches. In my design, since the domes are very large in diameter, the roof structure is monolithic dome interwoven to one another with the reinforced concrete structures. So the structure will have higher area in diameter and minimum number of columns in the center area, and can also regulate the interior temperature easily due to the shape and the material used. The roof structure also mingles with respect to its shape with the site, and while it provides contrast to its color. The shape of the landscape and the site mingles and the building mingles with respect to each other without either giving importance to the flag.